Hello, kit heads. We are talking kit, the home. I'm not doing it again. The home of the greatest football kit content in the whole entire world. That's what we're here for, the community, by the community. That is our mantra, like I said last week on last week's show. I'm Double A, as always, here ready to rank. We're kicking open the doors to the rank bank again for 10 more shirts for us to look at, to muse over, to debate, and eventually just, rank ourselves silly looking at them. So I got that right. I'm sure I got that right. Anyway, if you haven't already, and it's your first time talking kit, maybe you talk kit all the time. I'm sure that's what Hannah says to me. I do a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. Smash a like on the video if you haven't. Be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. It's always nice if you do that. Recently, we finally got over 500, which is a good, nice little boost for us. So road to 1K is fully in swing now. So help us get there as quick as possible. That would be really nice. And share the video and the channel with your kit-loving friends so there can be more kit heads in the gang. We need more of us. There's a lot, but we need more. That's the whole point. So, yeah, get involved with the channel, become a kit head. But no, yeah, we're back for another full kit rankers, like I say. Dom is with me. What's going on? I say Dom. I'm introducing you as the football kit influencer now. That's your new name.
According to some media outlets, that's what
Shout out to Footy Headlines, biggest in the game for leaking kits. Now you're an influencer, apparently.
It's official. The money's going to start rolling in. I'm quitting work. I'm going to get on all them little all-inclusive holidays, get everything sorted. It's the way forward, mate.
Go for it, mate. As long as you throw when you don't forget about. See, everyone says don't forget about us when you get big. If you do, it's fine. It's, I'm sure be able to replace
only big I'm doing is getting fat. That's it.
I hear you, and I'm not gonna lie. Never felt more like it than wearing this vest tonight. To be fair.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the Cameroon vest, the infamous vest. I thought went down to Retro today to get some shirts. Nice one there. And I thought, the teams that we're looking at.
And
there's only one I was gonna wear. But now, while I'm on the show tonight, I'm possibly gonna.
It's proper lost property vibes. That.
Oh, mate! Like I said, I just need a can of Stella, and Hannah to give me some lip, and I'm ready to roll. I'm getting daggers here. I'm getting absolutely. It's a joke. Anyway, we'll swiftly move on before full kit rankers is no more. You good though, mate? Everything well over than becoming an influencer, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's nice. It's good to know. As long as everything in the kit kingdom is well, then
absolutely.
So the first guest that we're gonna get on, like I say, is returning back to the channel. It's always nice to have people back, especially those people that are big in the game, big in the kit community. Do you know what I mean? And this gentleman most definitely is. Having a little bit of a scroll on his Instagram this afternoon, just to look how beautiful he is, really, just to refresh how stunning and how much I pale in comparison to him. Really. And I do you know what I did as well? Like an idiot. I was looking through it. I was scrolling, got quite far down. You do that thing where you accidentally like a photo. But it was a nice flamingo.
When he's in his bikini on the beach.
Yeah, but
since 2013.
Yeah. I mean, some people post a lot. So I was like, oh, I bet it was from last week. From August last year. I thought he must think I'm an absolute king loser. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, we'll get him on. Let's stop talking about him. Let's get him here and talk to him. It's obviously the amazing Alex Shaw. Al Shaw Shirts. Hi, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Thank you.
Yes, Al.
I spotted you. Thanks for that. I thought it was really nice of you. Really nice.
No, well, I should like a lot more of your photos.
You must really like a flamingo shirt.
Well, there's a reason behind that. And that's, it kind of links into this week's episode, which is the reason why I liked it, thinking, oh, that's absolutely fine. August last year, bit creepy. So I'm glad you've still come on the show, because that would have been a bit awkward.
No, I'm not relentless in terms of posting. I have to say, I could do more, but it's just, it is what it is. And you do it when you do it. And
quality over quantity.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
That's why I ended up buying more shirts. So yeah. Anyway. All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking through your photos, mate, all the way back to 2015. No, I didn't go that far. An amazing collection, mate. Honestly, it's something to be absolutely jealous of, which I am. So,
thank you.
No,
yeah.
thank you
It's
for
a
sharing.
labor of love.
I feel it. I feel it, mate. We understand, especially on this show for sure. But everything well. Everything well.
Yeah,
with
good.
yourself?
Yeah,
Oh,
good. Yeah, feel it. Definitely on the mend, on the up. Yeah, things are going all right. So far so good. Let's say I had my last completely random. I had my last scan on my first checkup scan on Friday, which happened to be Football Shirt Friday. So as I waltzed into the CT scan place, and the woman's about to inject me with the stuff that I have to have the scan and going through everything, and then said, "Is there anything you'd like to ask?" And I said, "Yeah, is there any possibility you could take a picture of me in my arch shirt in front of the scanner?" Like a complete weirdo. But yeah, and I explained why. What was happening? She went, "Oh yeah, absolutely fine, no problem." So yeah, so ironically, I got a picture on Football Shirt Friday and a football shirt having a cancer scan. So there you go. Let's go for apt. But yeah, I thought, okay, right. So and so, yeah.
If you've got to break the internet, it's the best way to do it, mate. Let's say.
Well, took on some heartstrings, raised a few quid. Best way.
Played it right. You played it absolutely right. No, mate, amazing. I'm happy to hear everything's going well for you, and so happy that you're on the show as well, mate. It's
thank you.
Nice to have you back.
I'm really happy to be back. Thank you for having me back because I really enjoyed it last time.
We'll get our final guest on the show for this evening, and I mean, I've been DMing a little bit. It's not worked out in terms of timings, but yeah, managed to get them on the show tonight. And I'd say, one of the big teams within the kit community in terms of, how their shirts are absolutely lauded throughout the whole space. We did a Desert Island Kits with Paul from Football Kit Box, who actually sponsored one of their shirts as well, which was amazing to hear that story as well. So, yeah, I mean, they're massive on Twitter, and you should see them everywhere if you're into your kits and everything like that. They do amazing competitions for you to design shirts for them. So it's nice to have them on and get them to rank shirts with us as well. They're used to judging shirts anyway, as you can imagine. So some that I've got their badge on, it's nice to have them ranking them. And it is Paul from Caversham United. Evening, mate. You okay?
Good evening. Yeah,
Yes,
good,
Paul.
thanks. How are we doing?
Oh, mate, really well.
Just
really
before we crack on,
yes.
Look at that.
This is the one you're referring to.
It is.
So this was the original kit featuring the goat.
We're all Billy Goats.
There you go.
Amazing.
Nice.
Exactly that.
So, Paul, tell us a little bit about how everything's going down at Caversham. I know you've done the recent competition for the next season's shirt. How was everything with that?
Yeah, I mean, this competition we've run for, this must be it's the fifth time we've done it now. So it's been going on for a little while, and this year we had close to 200 entries. So it took a long time to look through them, and even whittle it down to we normally go down to a last 32, but there was just too many good ones to do that this year, so we expanded it a bit. But yeah, the voting kind of carried on, and we were left with our winner, which hopefully you guys have seen, the kind of, what we're going to call it, the glitch kit, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, we're going through the process of mocking that up into a real thing now, to see how that comes out in real life. So it's exciting. It's I'm really intrigued to see how this one's going to come out, and whether we can make it into the concept as close to the designer's kind of entry as we can, really.
How have you found it? So, a lot of teams are on social media now, but how have you found it sort of being embraced by the kit community and what they've kind of brought to Caversham? Do you find it must be sort of overwhelming sometimes, the amount of support you get from sort of kit collectors and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I do quite often look at it and think, why are people buying our shirts? We're a tiny Sunday League team in Reading, and we've sent kits to nearly 30 different countries in the world, which blows my mind. It's like people have ordered them in Australia and New Zealand. It's like, what? How is this a thing? But I mean, we really appreciate the love. By all means, it just it staggers me sometimes.
So it's really nice to have you on, and obviously this week's theme. I thought because sometimes we could have got you on and could have got you to rank kits and have one of yours in, but then I thought maybe that's a little bit biased because you're going to definitely put it number one. We'd probably feel pressure to put it number one. Not that we would, but just to avoid that. So I thought, how can we sort of work it to do with Caversham a little bit? So obviously, the nickname of the club is obviously the Billy Goats. So I thought, right, so let's get 10 teams that also have nicknames that to do with animals, and then we can rank shirts from them. And I think we've done a lot of recent shirts. I think the Leeds kits, 23, 24 shirts. I've had a lot of recent kits. I thought we need to throw it back. We've got Al coming on, who's got some of the best kits in the game, retro. Dom has got his hairline so far back, it's almost retro. I'm joking, mate. No, that's a joke. So I thought let's go back to the 90s. Yeah, it's I think it's an era everyone who's into kits loves because it's some of the best that we've ever had. So pick 10 shirts from 10 teams with animal nicknames from the 90s, and we've passed them out to everyone. So the three chaps with me and Jay from Retro Football Kits and Winks as well from Winks Shirts. So they've all ranked. Like I say, I'm not this week. And yeah, we're going to see what we've got in store for you and where they have ranked. So if you like the shirts, you don't like the shirts, be sure to get into the comments. Let us know what you think of the 10, number one, when we finally get there, and each shirt individually. It's always nice. And if any of our rankings have annoyed you a little bit, smash a like if our rankings annoy you. That'll help. If you don't like them, smash a like. If you do like them, smash a like. Just smash a like is pretty much what I'm saying. Right, okay, so before that, we've got a little bit of housekeeping to do, as always, on this show. And the show is sponsored by Retro Football Kits, which is why Jay rates and ranks the kits with us. And if still, I can't believe it, they must be on the backside. They must have no shirts left. They have, because I've took some today. But 20% sale is still site-wide. Sale. Time of recording, Monday. Obviously, this is out Wednesday. So at the time of recording, they've still got the sale on. If not, by the time this comes out and you think, you liar, AA, why have you lied to me? Just use Talking Kit 10 in that case and you'll get 10% off. So, like I say, better than nothing. Let's get into this week's 10 shirts. All quite, well, apart from one shirt, the rest were all quite close, to be fair. And I think sometimes when there's a lot of great shirts in the 10, I think that makes the scoring a little bit closer. People aren't, there's definitely rubbish ones, and there's definitely middle of the road ones. One thing that did happen in this episode, actually, that I will tell you about, one shirt got the same score from all 5 of you. That's never happened on this show. All 5 of you ranked it at the same number, and I'll obviously.
Is it this first one coming up?
No, it's no. It's definitely not. Actually, no.
Not?
I mean, this wasn't far off. I'll be honest, but no, number 10 on our list. I only had 9 points this week. By far the worst ranked shirt, which I think is a bit unfair. But again, I'm not ranking, so it doesn't matter what I think. And it's this. It's the AC. I know we're going to butcher this name. It's French, and I've ruined myself by saying so. Ajako or Ajaso, whatever they say. Ajaso. The 96 to 97 home shirt from this team. They are known as the Bears. Obviously, a bear features on their crest. So their home shirt from 96-97. Like I say, 9 points overall. Really not liked by the rankers. We'll start with Jay, who had it in 10th place. So he's got it bang on. He just says pretty simple with nothing else. And Winks had it ranked the highest in 8th place. So that's that kind of tells you what people think. We'll move on to the rankers here. And Dom, you agreed with Jay and had it bottom of the pile this week.
Yes.
What is it about this that made it not the best? The sponsor, I'm going to say?
Pretty much everything. I think the pajama-looking, thick, like overshirt kind of material. Like you could wear that in winter, but it just screams. Although it's 90s, just still screams Sunday League. And that's not disparaging to Sunday League, Paul. I love some.
I mean, yeah, way to just
That's it,
absolutely insult our guest. Yeah, insult our guest there, Dov. Nice one, mate.
Yeah, but look how far we've come. We've got teams like Caversham who are showing us what can be done. No one made an effort. They've made about as much effort as you made with pronouncing the name, and that's it.
Do you know what's even worse? Right before we started, I actually went on Google Translate to make sure I didn't butcher it. I did research and I still it up. So yeah, thanks, Dom. Paul, we'll come to you. And you had it in 9th place, so a little higher than what Dom puts it. Do you kind of agree in that, you know, it looks very pajama/rugby?
I would have had this one 10th, but the one I put in last place was just on principles, really. This one...
I hope it's the same principle as mine. I really do. I really do.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's like a BTEC Sunderland kit. It's bad. It's not good. Yeah. It is very kind of Sunday League-esque from maybe like 10, 15 years ago.
Everyone seems to be on the same wavelength with this shirt. We'll finish off with you, mate. You had it in 9th as well, so similar to Paul. Only one shirt worse for you, obviously down to your principles. But yeah, important. There was also important principles. So yeah, tell us about why this wasn't such a great pick from yourself.
All will become apparent when you see some of like when I said to you, there's some big hitters in this list. I mean, there's some monsters.
Yeah.
Monster templates coming.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. It's just a bit meh, isn't it? It's just a red and white striped shirt with a slightly dodgy advert and a collar that looks like Stanley Matthews could have worn it playing for Stoke. It looks big and just uninspiring.
Like Harry Hill.
The way it folds, it looks really heavy as well.
Yeah,
it looks like trying to fold a towel.
Not knowing what, because these guys are in Corsica, aren't they? It's in Corsica. So imagine.
I can't even say the name, so I'm not going to tell you where they are.
yeah, slightly warm.
Like my knowledge, this is really low. 10th place this week for a JCO and their home shirt from 96. I got it right then, didn't I? JCO. I'm sure that's what it said. I'm sure that's what she said on Google. I have it on the sexy woman as well. You know the ones, a JCO. Really nice. I obviously wasn't listening. I was too involved hearing that sexy voice. Anyway, a JCO, the Bears, number 10 on our list this week. Just 9 points. Didn't even get double figures. So let's move on to number 9 on our list. 19 points. So you can see the massive jump already in terms of scores. 9th. And it is their nickname. I just picked it because of the nickname. In the Spanish, it changes. So what I saw first was the Budgies. And I thought, right, every Nana will love this shirt then, won't they? They're also known as the Parakeets as well. And it is Espanol. And their 96 to 98 shirt, I think it was. No, 96 to 97. I'll tell a lie. Home shirt. I will just say quickly, no one cares what I think, but the two, like the badge and the Puma thing, almost look like watermarks. I had to check when I got the picture. I thought, I think someone put like a Puma watermark over that or something. But no, it's actually on the shirt. So there we go. Let's go into Jay. Jay's bang on this week so far. He had it in 9th, although he did spell Espanol wrong. He didn't have the Y on it. So it's Espanol, apparently. That's what Jay thinks they're called. Not sure if I like that badge graphic. Yeah, it looks like a watermark, mate. I absolutely agree. And Winks did like it, though, which probably give it the bigger rating. He had it in 3rd place. So he was a big fan of it. Al, we'll start off with you for the Parakeet / Budgies. You had it in 8th place. What is it about the Big Danny and the watermark that you didn't like about it?
It's the Big Danny and the watermark. I'm not a fan of patch sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan of lazy patch sponsors. You know, sometimes they cover other things, and in days gone by, they might cover up a previous sponsor. But the watermark, you know, the two logos, they look like they've just been thrown on. It's like a poor man's version of one of the shirts that will come later on in terms of, you know, being incorporated in the design. And it's just like, oh, we'll just put a bit of a Puma logo on and we'll stick a big badge on.
Yeah.
And then somebody's thought, oh no, we've got to put the sponsor on as well. Don't worry about it. We'll just whack the big patch on. It'll be right. And it's just, it could have been so much nicer. It's just, a bit lazy.
Speaking of lazy, Dom, you had this. I'm joking. You followed suit in terms of Val. 8th place for you as well, mate. That sponsor is who is Danny? Danny's ruined a good shirt there, I feel. Tell us why you think Danny's a bit of a fool.
Oh,
And the shirt.
I have actually got a mate called Danny, and it's spelt like that as well.
But yeah,
he is a fool. Yeah, he's a fool. He can't pick good friends. So yeah, I think this. Yeah, obviously the sponsor's horrible, and the watermark. I think it's just cheeky of Puma to put that on as well. Like detracts away from the crest, although that doesn't look too great there either. But yeah, I think when it was the manufacturers were looking at designs from others and incorporating them, that screams England 96 collar, and the badge like Celtic with the shield around it. But I think with the couple of bits taken away and a different sponsor, that it'd be a cracking shirt.
Yeah, it doesn't look better on pitch either. Your eyes are drawn to Danny all the time.
It's an oval Danny there, not a square, not a rectangular. It looks slightly better, but that's not. I wouldn't have altered my position.
No.
We'll finish off with Paul again, third person on the rank list to put it to 8th as well. Paul, do you just agree with what the guys are saying? It's just let down by certain elements that draw your eye to it, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like my attempts of creating a kit for Caversham, which is why we opened it up to people who are much better at it than me, to be honest. And the whole sponsor thing reminds me of like the stickers you get on a banana or an orange or something.
Yeah.
It's like bang, just slap that in the middle. Job done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why they slipped up in the list then. We're riffing, Paul. I can tell you're going to fit in well on this show, mate. But there we go. Espanol, apparently, according to Jay, coming 9th on our list this week with their home shirt from 96-97. The Parakeets not flying very far up our list. Our next shirt jumps up a little bit. Oh, no, we actually got 2 joint 7th, actually, both on 22 points. The first one I'm going to show you is this, and it's the Finland home shirt from 1996, who are known as the Eagle Owls. I've never seen an Eagle Owl before. It's like some weird hybrid.
Massive.
It's a big owl.
Yeah.
Who?
Eagle owls are very big. Same.
Who?
Quick to him.
Going through the rankers that aren't here. Jay had this in. Where did he have this? He had it in 7th. It says nice template, but nothing more. What more do you want? And Winks had this in 7th, so he was kind of right. It's a joint 7th shirt. Paul, let's start with you on this one. And yeah, you got this bob on.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's like a worse version of the shirt that I'm wearing, the Caversham United away kit.
Gotta love them plugs.
Gotta get them in. It's okay, but it doesn't really grab me. I'll tell you what, from playing the Sunday League, after one game, that is going to be brown and blue for sure. So yeah, I couldn't put it any higher personally.
Brown from the mud, right? Nothing else. Just to clarify.
People throwing shit at you.
Because your shirt's terrible.
What are you wearing?
Yeah.
No comment. Yeah.
You bitch. Yeah. Let's come to you next on it. And yeah, you had it 5th on your list. Was it the template that kind of had you sort of middle of the road?
Yeah, it's of the classic 90s Adidas templates. This is probably lowest on my list of those kind of top tier iconic ones. There are others I prefer, which may become apparent further on. But I love it. And being a Huddersfield Town fan, I'm contractually obliged to like anything that's blue and white.
Of course.
And it's just, I mean, they've got the only thing that annoys me about it is, and it really annoys me about it, is the shade of blue on the badge compared to the shade of blue on the stripes and the collar and everything else. Just make them the same, folks. Just Just make it the same. Change one or change the other. And that's my only,
Dom, let's finish off with you on this one. And yeah, again, you're all kind of matching this week. 4th person on the list to have it 7th as well. It was just Al had it a little bit higher than the rest of you. So yeah, for you again, a good template, probably not well executed on this shirt.
Yeah, I think just because of the caliber of templates that Adidas were dishing out then, we've been fairly spoiled, and this is like the worst version in that it's so plain. And I completely agree with Al on the shader colour matching, which hasn't been attempted. But I think it looks like someone's died and they've put a bit of commemorative stitching on it. That's annoying. But the version of it on the players looks a lot better. I think the design going over the shoulders forms quite a nice like chevron on the sleeve when the players are wearing it. So I like that. But yeah, it just looks a bit better there, to be fair. And if the badge was centralized, then I'd probably rate it a little higher. But that keeper shirt's mega as well.
Well, I was going to say about the keeper shirt. Does anyone else think it looks like with the one? It looks like he's got a butterfly on his shirt.
Yes.
Nice, there we go. That is the Finland home shirt from 1996, coming joint 7th on our list, 22 points overall. Swiftly moving on, we'll go and see the next shirt that come joint 7th. 22 points as well. Obviously, that's why they're both joint, same points, obviously. And it's this one from Cameroon. Come
on.
It's my bloody brothers. What are you doing, guys? Maita, of all things. Yeah, joint 7th, like I say, 22 points as well. I think one of the reasons why, we'll kick off with him, because he's probably got a lot to say about it. Dead last on his list is Al.
Al, what's your beef with Cameroon, mate?
And Maita.
I'll start this by saying I'm from Huddersfield. Maita, home of Maita, 206 years old. Absolutely legendary company.
Yeah.
I mean, no malice when I say this, but I had to put it last on principle simply because of the shirt that it's not. Okay. And it's not got 3 colours fading into each other in the colour of the Cameroon flag, and hasn't a whacking great yellow star in it with a lovely embossed lion, I have to say. Because between being designed for the 1994 World Cup and appearing in the 1994 World Cup, that shirt apparently just disappeared into thin air and was replaced by this. So much as it's got a lovely jacquard, collar's beautiful, love the trim. I just could, I had a mental block on it. So I apologise to Maita, apologise to my fellow Huddersfield folk, I apologise to the Indomitable Lions, everyone. But where did that other shirt go? And no doubt FIFA will be to blame. But it's a victim of circumstance in my head. So sorry, folks, but 10th it is.
Mate, you rank for whatever reason you do. There's no judgment here. It's a judgment-free zone. That's absolutely fine. Mr. J from Retro Football Kits, he put it 5th. He said clean and stylish kit. As ever, he's one for the words, is RJ. And Winks had it in 9th. So he kind of agrees with you, Al, in 9th place with the remaining rankers. Dom, for you liked it a lot. It was 4th place.
Yeah.
On your list, yeah? Tell us why.
Well, I wasn't still hankering for the other shirt as much as Al, so I just took it on face value as to what it was. It's that's like being still obsessed with an ex, but getting a new girlfriend and like, she'll do,
she'll have to do,
but yeah,
I just disappointed myself, Dom. I really am. I let myself get swayed by the past.
I might have did some wonderful stuff, and this being the trim that they'd used on, I think, a few shirts, Burnley being one of them, and they've aged really well. I think the badge is amazing. The way in which they've incorporated the trim from the collar to the cuffs without maintaining the red is really nice, and it looks, obviously, as their kits generally do, looks good in game as well, particularly because of who's wearing it as well. But yeah, look at it. It's glorious. Brings a smile to the face. Yeah, it's a
proper throwback kit. You're absolutely right, mate. It is great. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be 10th on anyone's list. But again, my opinions don't mean anything.
Can we just change everything? Just change it. I feel really guilty now. Dom's treated it in the way that it should have been.
Don't let Dom sway you on your
flop.
Yeah.
He knows that if this shirt was anything else other than that shirt, I would have scored it easily in my top 5.
Yeah.
It is
of course.
It is a really nice shirt, but I had to put a protest vote in basically against FIFA. However, banned the other one.
The badge alone, the badge on its own is easily the best bit about it. And I'm always enamoured with shirts where the crest is the main feature, but just not looking like a watermark across the rest of the shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's quickly end on you on this shirt. For you, it was in where did you have it? You had it in 5th place.
Dom's put it far more eloquently than I'll manage here, but I mean the red collar, the trim, the colour of the shirt, it just works for me. I like it. So it had to be in my top half.
Joint 7th on our list this week though is this gorgeous Cameroon shirt, the Indomitable Lions 1994 home shirt, 22 points, like we say. Let's move on then to number 6 on our list. And it got 25 points, right? That's quite important, 25 points. And the reason why I got 25 points, I'm a little bit disappointed it got so low. Every single one of you scored this in 6th place. So you all got it bang on. Like I said, that's never happened on this show that everyone's ranked a shirt the same. I don't think it's a mid-range shirt, though, I have to say. I'm quite disappointed in that. But it is this. It's the Flamengo or Vulture. That's that. It doesn't say the Vultures on Wikipedia. It just said Vulture. So maybe it's just one singular. This is a 94 to 95 home shirt, which Retro actually have, and it's a shirt I wanted to bring home. But Jay decided to do a live stream on Friday night for all the new Brazil shirts being released, or Brazilian League shirts being released. So he's got it at the moment, so I couldn't use it. So this is why I've got this on, to be honest with you. So it's your own fault you see my arms. No, it's Jay's fault. No one else's, I guess.
Not just your arms.
Well, no, you can see everything. You can see everything. The twins.
This animal theme as well. Like the RSPCA are going to be on a couple of ferrets sided under your arm.
Hey, you could have gone worse with ferrets, mate. I thought that. Anyway, I was going to say Jay had it in 6th place, but I just said everyone had it in 6th place. Let's just go through the rankers. He did say about it, though, it was classic Flamengo. Okay. Paul, let's kick it off with you on this one. So, yeah, mid-range kind of for everyone. Is it just a standard Flamengo shirt for you?
Yeah, for me, it's clean. It works, but it didn't really kind of excite me, not as much as that Cameroon shirt from before, hence putting it at 6th. But it's a bit, well, Dennis the Menace, I guess. But it works.
Dom, again for you, clearly not a shirt you could massively get your gnashes into, but what was your overall thoughts about this Flamengo home shirt?
They've had so many better. I think it's a class colorway. Love it. Always looks good, but the features that I like, as I said before about the crest being most prominent, it is. But your eyes immediately drawn to how low that sponsor is. And I know they've previously had that sponsor with I think they've had like a green box above it or a yellow box, and I think they might have accounted for it, but whilst it's not there, it should be a little higher up. Lots to like, but not enough to put it higher.
I was finishing off with you then, Al, on this one. They're known for one of the biggest Brazilian clubs, but this one falls a little bit flat in terms of what they're offering.
It does. In terms of what's on here, it's all right. So like I said, Flamengo badge is just unbelievable. It's brilliant. But it's lacking. Although this is kind of you could have had a bit of sleeve tape, shoulder tape. You could have had a bit of on the arms. You could have had. It's not. You could have had a interesting jacquard, but it's just really plain. And I don't think I've got it. I've got the centenary one with the lace collar and like the 100 on the back. It's as close as when I've got to that one. But I prefer the Adidas ones that came just before it. And that, as I say, they could have just done. There's like jacquard, double diamonds, anyway. There's something they could have done with it. And it's just really plain, and but classic Flamengo is classic Flamengo, but like Dom said, there were so many other ones that I just would prefer. So it's solid, but no more.
So there we go then. Flamingo coming 6th on our list this week, 25 points overall from our rankers. Moving on up to number 5, being it just by 1 point in 26. And we're off to Italy to see the Eagles. And it's this from Lazio. It's their 98-99 Euro home shirt. Let's go through our rankers. We'll start off with Jay. He loved it. He's got it in 2nd place. Nice blocky design. Yellow is nice too. Yeah, I do like Lazio in yellow. On the opposite end of that, Winks had it 10th. This is his bottom shirt this week for some reason. Moving on to the rankers that are here, and let's start with you on this one. It was 4th place overall on your list. The Del Monte sponsor was quite synonymous with quite classic.
Yes, and I was just going to say yes because he's the man who likes to say yes. For chaps of a certain age, it just reminded me of being one of those times when teams started wearing European versions of things. There weren't many. I can remember, obviously, Dortmund like a European version, but I think this kind of time was when teams started wearing a European version of something. And this, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I presume they've gone for the colours of like the eagle and the surround on the badge. That I don't know if they've done the red and the yellow and black is synonymous with anything else. I'm not sure. I didn't do my research, but I've always loved it. I love the time. I think I first started kind of getting into Lazio when Gaza arrived, and then realised what Lazio were about, and then moved on from there. And this is more like Mihailovic era, that kind of time to moving into that level. It's just and it's just I just love the fact that they've just gone right. We're in Europe. We'll wear something completely different other than our sky blue home shirts. And it's just I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on, but I just like it, and can't say any more than that.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Definitely slaps you in the face. You can definitely see it. You're not going to get missed wearing it. Paul, come to you next. Al's right in what he's saying. This was definitely a time for European shirts. I think this season Manchester United obviously won the Champions League in a European shirt. Was you a fan of that whole craze, and your overall thoughts on this kind of being not a blue shirt for a home shirt? But yeah, what are you thinking of this Lazio shirt overall? Because you put it in 4th as well, similar to Al.
I quite enjoyed this design. I like the color contrast of the yellow and black, but also with the white kind of accents around it, which just helps to kind of make it stand out. And I kind of feel like I want one. I feel like the sponsor lets it down a little bit. I mentioned something about oranges or bananas earlier, and it's kind of the same, but this time it's not quite a Sunday League shirt it's on. But if the sponsor was not bright red and green, that would have been right up there, I think.
Maybe if it was it just said Del Monte, just the font in white would have worked. Yeah.
See, you should be doing this.
Well,
next kit competition, it's over to you.
I designed under a moniker. You didn't even look at it. Apparently, I'm a joke. I didn't. I'm not. I can't draw to save my life. Can't draw to save my life. Tom, we'll finish off with you.
A million miles away.
The Del Monte man says no.
100%. Take it and get out. I don't like the void. Just the void for a space where that shape sponsor would fit quite nicely if the actual design was smaller, or I wouldn't ever want the sponsor to be that much bigger. But I think you could have had the lines continuing down. And as Paul quite rightly says, they really pop with the white accents on them. So I think they've missed the trick by not doing it. I think it takes away from the badge, which I don't like because that looks a little bit lost up to one side. But with a few tweaks, just could have been so much better. I think if, as we we always want sponsors to accommodate shirts a little better, but had they done that with just the word mark, then just the font, I think it would have been class.
Yeah, absolutely. What a team, by the way. Just
Yeah,
looking through that page.
nuts.
How many strikers do you want? Mancini, Vieri, and Salas. What a team they had back in the 90s. But there we go. Lazio and their 98-99 European home shirt. Really a move away from the lovely blue that we're used to. Coming in 5th place from our rankings this week, 26 points overall. Right, we're getting into top 4 now, Champions League places. It's getting a bit tasty. It's a bit of a jump in terms of points. 32 points for this next shirt from our rankers. And it is this from Derby County. Their away shirt from 93-94. Obviously the Rams, which is why they're in this list because of animals. We'll go through the list of the rankers that aren't here. 3rd place for Jay, Funky and Different. And for Winks, obviously he had it in 2nd place. 2nd place. He's a Derby fan. Yeah, I thought it would have been number 1. There's a shirt that beat it. Maybe he's trying to be like a Gary Neville when he's a bit overcritical of United. He don't want to put everything. He don't want to seem like biased and stuff. But he might not. It might be one of the. This could be his grey United shirt. He's not a fan of. Do you know what I mean? It could be one of them, but it's not because it's a lovely shirt. And he put it 2nd at least. Right, let's go through the rankings that are here then. Don, we'll kick it off with you this time. And it was no. Do you know what? I'm going to save you. Let's save you. We'll start with. Let's start with Paul because it was the bottom of the pile for you this week, Paul. So this was your Grey United shirt. Someone did have it as a Grey United shirt.
This one was out of principle for me because the shirt's got a sheep on it, and we're all about goats over here. You see.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I feel like I might have kiboshed its chances of getting up towards that top spot a little bit now, but you got to stick with your principles, right?
I will attest to that. Absolutely, we're all about principles on the show. Don't wait. Don't let Dom try and change your mind and infect you.
What?
Hey, it's just what I hear on a grapevine, mate. I'm just saying what I hear on a grapevine. But overall, apart from the big ram on there, as a shirt, do you feel like it's definitely 90s, isn't it, Paul? It definitely screams 90s.
It is very 90s. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really do it for me anyway. And then the Ram thing just made me kick it down the road a bit. But yeah, not one for me this time, I'm afraid.
Alf, let's come to you next on it. And it was 7th place for you. So, yeah, not one that you're overly feeling then.
No, which is funny for me because I do like a bit of 90s craziness, but I once again a small snapshot into my warped little mind. I just like regular pinstripes. I like them, my pinstripes organised, and this. There's only one shirt I like really that have irregular stripes, and it's the Newcastle home shirt from, was it kind of 90 to 93-ish, where they had one half with thicker stripes and the other half was thinner stripes. I absolutely adore that. But this, if it was pinstriped in kind of some aqua, and just picked out maybe those aqua stripes and the main bigger stripes down, then I'd have been all over that. Because the shorts, I have to say, the other picture with the gown is it not Craig Short wearing the shorts? Whoever's wearing the shorts. Is it John Harks?
You tell me.
I'm sure it is. Former Sheffield Wednesday midfielder. But yeah, look at the shirt.
If you say it, it is, and it is. Yeah, don't worry.
I'm old enough to remember in real life. But the shorts look great. They've done a good job with the shorts. So.
Yeah, cracking.
But yeah, just the stripes were just a bit too irregular for me. So
Dom, let's finish off with you because apparently this shirt gave you the horn. It was your number 1 this week.
Yes.
Tell us why this was the greatest shirt from our animal nicknamed teams, please.
Not just because it's got a ram on it, but the word rams on the back looks quality. But to disagree with Al, the irregular striping, I really like. It looks like, it reminds me of like, when you leave home and you have to buy your own bedding and you're like, oh, I'll get that one. The girls will love this.
Yeah, and it's not cotton and it's not silk. It's like a weird in between.
It's got a sheen.
It's dead sticky when it's warm. Yeah, mate, I've been there.
Oh, what?
Hold on, I don't mean that kind of sticky. Get your mind out of the gutter, boys. Come on.
But no,
for show. It's not that type of show. It is
a lot of love. A lot of love for Buckter as well. I think that as a manufacturing logo has always looked class to me. It looks like a Bavarian beer bottle label, which I love. The auto windscreens in one of the shittest fonts I've ever seen is just beautifully ugly. And the big ram on it. I literally love everything about it. And then I'm really disappointed in Winks not putting it first. I thought we were gonna have a bit of unity there. And then the teal colour shorts, obviously it would have been easy to go for black, but I think that just stands out massively as well. So another reason.
Why didn't they just go for like a reverse negative, like just and pinstripe the shorts that for the ultimate 90s look? They should just stripe.
I think because then you'd have to have like
negative,
darker navy and black lines. Look, don't get me wrong. I think that'd work as well. But I think as a standalone shirt with the list, it's a kind of shirt that you could still wear now. You could wear it out
under UV. I think it's under UV. I think UV.
Oh, Al, come on! See me and Al go into a UV club. Yeah,
just do that. Derby County away shirt.
Hey, I tell you what you couldn't put under a UV. Them sticky sheets. I had no. I'm not.
God.
Let's not go there. We'll move on. Derby County and their away shirt from 93, 94. Obviously, the Rams. 32 points on our list. Right, we've got 3 shirts left. Let's get into it. 34 points then for our third shirt this week. And it's the Socceroos with their home shirt from 1995. Winks had this in 4th place. And Jay had it all the way in 8th. And he said it's a nice template, but nothing more. One person I think is going to have something to say about that. It would be Al. The second place for you. Now, you're speaking about the the Adidas templates earlier on. Jay saying it's nothing more than just a nice template. You disagree with that, I'm guessing.
It's one of the great templates.
Yeah. So
nice template.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like saying for a man of my age that, Helena Christensen's all right looking, it's just the template itself, the fact that you can vary the diamonds in completely different colors or two outside lines with the one in the middle different color. There's so many brilliant shirts with this. It's just phenomenal, and the fact that this is say probably one of the more garish ones. It's just obviously it's Australian Socceroos colours. It's not as often seen as ones, like the France shirt, for example. You just don't see this as often. And the thing that made me absolutely overjoyed was the fact that they carried the diamonds down the shirt, on the shorts, on the neck, on the other pitch.
That's good, isn't it?
It's a
crikey.
I think technically, there's more work gone into some of the other shirts that I've ranked below it, but for me, it's the template that comes with it. It's an automatic top 3, just because of the template and the colorway. As I say, it's a lesser seen version of it, but I like it because it's different.
If they were to bring this template back now, that would be a perfect Jamaica shirt, wouldn't it? If they were to do the exact same, all the colors absolutely work. Stick a Jamaica badge on there, and that's absolutely perfect. Bring it back, Adidas. Come on, let's have it. Dom, we'll move on to you on this one because it was 5th on your list.
Yeah, I think it just because of the fact that like France, Spain, Argentina preferred their versions. Like Al said, there's been a bit more variation on it as well, but it's still an amazing shirt. The Australian badge is class as well. And I think with the shorts and the socks do a good little bit of legwork as well. So I think with them being so well incorporated within the kit in its entirety, it is good. But I just preferred the other shirts. But not to take anything away from it. It's a what would they say, a bonza?
I guess, yeah. I'll go with that. I'm not going to try an accent. I'm not going to do it today. I'm not getting myself in any more trouble after the sticky sheets thing. Let's leave it alone. Paul, we'll finish with you. You had it second as well, similar to Al.
Yeah, I started with Al on this. It's one of the more simple designs in terms of the shirt itself, but I just feel like it really works. The colorways, the diamonds, that classic kind of retro Adidas look. Yeah, it does it for me.
There we go then. Australia and the Socceroos, their 1995 home shirt, 34 points on our list this week. We've got 2 shirts left then, separated by 8 points. So the next shirt's got 39 overall. And to introduce it, I feel like I should sing a little song for everyone. Be a little bit of fun. So all I'm going to sing is, open the door, get on the floor. Everybody, here comes the dinosaur. This is Hamburg. They are called the dinosaur. I have no idea why that nickname exists. It's brilliant though. I love it. And this is their 94-95 away shirt. Jay, our friend, had it in 4th place, said lovely template, and Winks had this in 5th place overall. Going through the rankers. Dom, let's kick it off with you on this, mate. And you had it in 3rd place.
Yeah. It is. Come on.
Yeah.
It's delightful, isn't it? I think the use of the template again just shows how successful Adidas were across multiple teams and nations with these templates. Everything about the design works. I think it flows really nicely. They look really good on as well. And I think Hamburg, obviously, with that simplified badge, that does still stand out as well. There's not. I don't think you could have a bad version of this, no matter the team or the sponsor, because the design elements are that good that they kind of scream out here, which is just fantastic to see. So yeah, love it.
Yeah, one thing I do love about this shirt is how curvy those sleeves are all the way down the body. It's so curvy, almost like Helena Christensen. Al.
Now I've worked out where your sticky bed sheets came from.
That's going in the highlight.
Football shirts. Why do you think it's called Full Kit Rankers? I mean, it makes absolute sense, doesn't it? Paul, we'll come to you on it next. And it was third for you as well, similar to Dom. Yeah, again, it's a great template and a great color scheme. Do you think? On the shirt?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the way that the collar kind of fits the rest of the shirt. I mean, I'm by no means an expert on shirts and kind of the history of them, but I was drawn to obviously the pattern across the shoulders and the chest and trying to work out whether they were dinosaur teeth or claws, and kind of gave me a bit of an eagle vibe about the colours as well. But I think it really works, and the kind of, like Dom said, everything sort of, nothing looks out of place there, like the sponsor, even the badge being blue and stuff like it. It just works. I really like it.
Al, we're going to come to you because, big fan of the Adidas templates. Have you been the whole show? And yeah, it was your number 1 for this week. So why for you was this the best shirt of the 10?
I may be biased, but there may be evidence of my desire for this particular template. I just think it's one of the greatest ever. I just love it. It does, like Dom said, everything, all the eye-catching bits are. Look at the pair of them. Look, pair of them.
Oh,
the shorts or legs.
There's another template. There's another template. There's another template I'm getting lost in. Yeah. But I've got everything's out of the way. So obviously you can have the badge, the logo, the sponsor are all completely undisturbed on the shirt. There's nothing to get in the way. Yeah, it's just it's all there. And I actually have this shirt. I've got 2 of them now. I've got a River Plate one, and I've got a Bayern Munich Reserves one, because Bayern Munich Reserves wore it.
Nice.
So it got the full opal Bayern Munich badge and everything, and number 9 on the back. But it's never worn by the first team. I was reliably informed by, once again, lovely community chap in Germany sent me this Bayern Munich catalogue of, showing it being worn by the reserve team I think it was in a cup final or something. But anyway, so it was a reserve game that showed me. But so I've got it twice in the same colour from different teams, so it might give you an indication of why my view might be slightly biased towards it. But very quick story. There's been a lot of chat about the name of this. Some people call it Eagle, some people call it Diamonds. Somebody sent me a picture, and this is before I really clocked how Instagram pictures worked on DMs. He put it on a view once, and I'm forever regret not taking a picture of it. And it showed me the catalogue that it was from, and it's actually called the Germany template or the German template. That's what its actual official name is. I said, "Oh mate, sorry, I noticed you put it on view once, and I can't see it now. Is there any chance you could resend it so I can keep it?" And he went, "No, sorry, I'm not allowed to let you keep the picture, or else I'll be in trouble." I won't name who it was, clearly. I just thought, why are you going to be in trouble if you send me a picture of a 1990s Adidas catalogue? Is there something I'm missing here? But so I'm reliably informed it was called the Germany or German.
Yeah, Germany had that shit. Was it a case of like, I could send it to you, but then I have to kill you?
I was like, what? It's not exactly like I've asked for any state secrets. It was a catalogue that was available for public consumption at some point.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
I think they went through because I think, is it the one we've seen with the diamonds down the side? I think that's called the France template. I think. I think they just give them very dull and boring names after countries at the time. But the thing about this one is as well, if you've got one, I think it's the double A, like you said, just the cut of them, the way they shape into the
it's mad.
Shape into the arms is just a really nice shirt, and the neck's great, and they just stand out. And it's anyway, enough of that.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It is honestly a beautiful shirt, beautiful template. You know, like I said before, Adidas in the 90s, they just got everything.
And the shorts as well. The contrast with the shorts.
I'm not going to be the only one with sticky sheets tonight, it seems. Anyway, let's move on. That's our number 2 shirt. It's the Hamburg away shirt from 94-95. 39 points. It's a great score for a number 2, not a number 2 shirt. Let's get into our number 1. We've got one shirt and one shirt left. 47 points. I mean, so close to a full house. And, you know, no one had it outside the top 3. Kind of tells you what this shirt is and why we love it. And we're talking about teams having mythical names and nicknames. Obviously, we've gone from the dinosaur. But we're going over to the Dragons, and it's FC Porto with their 97-98 away shirt. So, just beautiful. It's Kappa 90s. I'm not going to say anymore. Let's get into the rankers. Jay, number 1, nice colours, Kappa sleeves. He said lion graphic, but surely it's a dragon. Jay. I mean, the clue was in the name, I think. Winks had this number 1.
Of course he did.
This is what beat it. Beat the Derby shirt. Lowest ranker was Al. In 3rd place, though, mate. I mean, you know, it's still, like I say, no one outside the top 3. For you, then, I mean, it's a beautiful shirt. Was it just a case of the other 2 being Adidas templates that stopped it?
It was a toss-up for second, I have to say. Thinking about it, I probably would have put it second if I had my time again. But it's just once again, it's 90s, isn't it? It's big, it's bold, it's a massive design. And my favourite bit of all is just how each sleeve contrasts to the other. I just think it's a really put thought into the design, like the wing of the dragon going into the shirt sleeve. I have to say, it does take a couple of looks to figure out what it is. Just when you first get it, I've got it somewhere, and it's just you when you hold it out, and you think, oh yeah, it's dragon, because the fact that the eye goes into the badge. Yeah, I don't know if that was deliberate, but yeah. It's a beautiful shirt, and it was a really genuine flip of a coin for second or third. But no shame at anybody who put it first or second. Yeah, I can completely see why.
Yeah, absolutely, it's almost like a magic eyes. Remember them from the 90s?
Cross your eyes, you'll see a tarantula.
Yeah. Oh, look! Remember, you used to get them in the back of the Premier League sticker book and that, and it's like 2 players kicking each other. Like, how do you know? You're telling me that? I don't fucking know. Like, that's what it is. We'll move on. Dom. Only one shirt beat it for you. It's 2nd place for you. We talk about brands in the 90s. All of them seem to get it right. There's not one. We look now and we moan about modern shirts and Puma with their 3rd shirts and Nike with their templates and Adidas with this. we don't seem to have that problem with 90 shirts, and this just signifies everything that's right in football shirts back in that time period. Yeah,
100%. You get a time capsule, and if we want to speak to whoever else is out there and say, look, this is exactly what encapsulates 90 shirts. Everything is garish but gorgeous. The contrasting sleeves being a part of the graphic is by far and away the best bit. Kappa with this kind of template that they had, the variation on the collar as well, having the dragon motif in there, like they'd had like Real Betis had their name on there. City had one that had MCFC, but I think the added little dragon in there is just awesome. And yeah, it all worked really well, other than the Porto badge being the eye of the dragon. That's it. But I love it.
It's beautiful. I don't want to show you the next Porto because it's such bad quality and there was none around. I mean, it's almost as bad as Jay calling it a lion. That's how bad this photo is.
Send it us, but just put it on show once to delete.
But yeah, I can't show you anymore because I'll have to kill you.
Go back.
I can't do that. No, I can't show it you again.
You'll lose your job.
Scared.
It doesn't look too bad there, but for me, oh god, it's grainy. It's very grainy. Thanks, Dom, for that. Finally, another person at the top of their list, third person to do so, was Paul. Paul, I guess there's little wrong with it in terms of a football shirt for you. I mean, Caversham known for them beautiful, bold colours and patterns. You make that orange purple. That's a home shirt for you, right?
Can't argue with it. And I mean, like we said before, a lot of the best teams out there have Kappa shirts, and a lot of them feature a mythical creature such as a scout or a dragon. So I mean, for me, it just stood out. It was the contrast of the colours, the Kappa sleeves, which quite a few of us have mentioned. Like, it's just a work of art, right? They don't make them like they used to.
Like Paul said, the previous white on the Lazio shirt really makes everything pop on that, as it does here as well.
I also love the Portugal patch as well on the sleeve. Just add that little bit. It's absolutely stunning. It really is beautiful. Yeah, rightly so. Our number one then this week from our rankers, Porto and their 97-98 away shirt, obviously famously known as the Lions. So there we go, 47 points overall on our list. Because Jay said called them the Lions on the shirt.
I think you're there.
Taking the mick out of someone who's told me in the past that he kind of likes Porto. Like,
the winged lions.
Winged lion. Yeah, that would actually be pretty sick.
Don't they even play in a stadium that's called the
Dragao. Yeah, the Dragao. Yeah, massively. There's a dragon on the badge as well. I mean, He sells shirts. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking.
Dragao, Dragao's Portuguese for lion. Did you know that?
Oh, right. There we go. He knows more than me, clearly. Well, there we go then. Porto's away shirt, 97-98. Absolutely deserving to be number one on our list this week. 47 points, like I say. So there we go. This week's show is in the bag. As always, I will do my due diligence and make sure that I don't show that grainy picture because you're not allowed to see it. Everyone scores, and the fact I do not cheat, why would I cheat? Everyone's name, everyone's scores, and the total there for everyone to see. So there we go. That is this week's show all done for you. Thanks for joining us and seeing my hairy armpits. It's been a pleasure to show them off to you all. But no, thank you to the rankers. Obviously, the two that aren't here, Jay and Winks. Big thanks to them for ranking individually and alone. Always make sure that you rank alone. But thanks for joining the rankers here as well. Dom, as always, mate, thank you so much for being here with me and holding my hand through another great rank bank session.
Yeah, pleasure. Great guests as well. And it just goes to show the caliber of shirts, because we didn't keep to an hour and the show kept drag on.
Thank you. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I'm glad I'm
Dom,
not
you're lying there, Dom.
I'm glad I'm not on the Billy ones there. Speaking of Billy Goats, Paul, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you on. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, good luck with Caversham for everything that's happening, with everything that's going on and this season. and the new shirts dropping. So where can people obviously find you and what I get involved in Caversham United?
Yeah, you can find us at Caversham United on all of the socials. And like you said, keep your eyes peeled for the new home shirt coming out later this summer.
If you ever do a sleeveless, by the way, you know who the model is, don't you? So
please don't, Paul.
Yeah, I'll come back to you on that one.
Moving on to Al then. Right, okay. Thanks for joining us, mate. It's been great to talk with you again.
Thank you for having me back. And it's been great. Thank you, guys. Love it.
Anytime. And where can people find you and stalk you and like pictures from August for you as well?
2020, whenever. Just Al Shaw shirts of some form. I think al.shaw.shirts, and I think it's the same on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I just love the community I'm a part of, and the friends I've made, and it's just great, and it's getting better all the time as well. And the knowledge share is the great thing that I always love. Those little nuggets that people always just send. Nobody's trying to get one up on you. Everyone's just nice about it, and it's just we're all here to enjoy them. So let's enjoy them.
That's it. Absolutely, you've hit the nail on the head there, mate. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is it from us. Again, thank you for stopping by. If you've not already, and it is your first time talking kit, or maybe it's not, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your kit-loving friends, do all the good stuff. We'll be back again for more Desert Island kits and more full kit rankers. But as always, whatever you do, just make sure you keep talking kit.